Shishi Panchatattva ki Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami iti namine Namo Acharya Padaya Nitai Kripa Pradayine Gaura Katadamadaya Nagaragramatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Most of what I've wanted to speak have already been reflected by many illustrious devotees. On this very auspicious occasion of the 63rd Vyasa Puja, I'd like to offer my respectful obeisances at the dust of the lotus feet of my Gurudev. Those lotus feet are traveling very widely all over the planet and giving wonderful mercy and association to many conditioned souls. As per the desire of Srila Prabhupada and many previous acharyas. Once when you came to the Rath Yatra ceremony, you were very tired after international travel across various time zones and you had to attend the function. You took a little rest and then I had to wake you up, although you were fast asleep. And then after taking a shower, I said, we're getting late. And then you commented to me that this body is not good for travel. Narada Muni has got a wonderful body that can grow across different planets, across different time zones, different circumstances. That is fit for preaching. So I was amazed to see and hear from you your desire to zip across interplanetary preaching more than what you were already doing. And even now, you are traveling in spite of your physical condition. And that is very, very amazing. You told us yesterday very nicely in the wonderful speech that you gave about how we should depend on the mercy of the previous acharyas, and that is a secret that Prabhupada said. I want to relate a little instance in the life of Ramanuja Acharya. That at one point of time, Ramanuja Acharya's preaching was felt so heavily by different sections of people, especially the Shaivites. And there was a Shaivite king who mocked Ramanujacharya and wanted to actually destroy him and even kill him for his preaching. So, I know you know the story, some of you, that Ramanujacharya was asked to leave the place in disguise. Some say that he gave up his saffron cloth and wore white cloth so that he won't be recognized. And his other disciple took up his dress and went and met the Shaivite king and got blinded. But Ramanujacharya, in his disguise and in his incognito path, went through the forest. And when he went through the forest, he wanted to relax, rest, and he asked his disciple to find a place. And one of his disciples did a little searching and he found a very beautiful, nice house of a grihastha. And that grihastha happened to be a disciple of Ramanujacharya. And as soon he was told that there's Ramanujacharya here and he wants to take rest, he became so happy that he came running out and immediately he chanted the names of all the previous acharyas. Hey Nathamuni, hey Manakal Nambi, hey Namalvar. He called all these names of the previous acharyas. And then responding to his call, small Vaishnavas, shaved head with beautiful tilak, all his sons, they started coming one by one. He had named all their sons the names of the previous acharyas. And they all came and they stood and he said, see who has come. I have been talking to you about Ramanujacharya, my guru, and all of them paid obeisances to him. It was so beautiful a sight for Ramanujacharya that he started crying. His eyes filled up when he heard the names of all the previous acharyas. And he felt so happy about his disciple that he had engaged his children, naming them the names of previous acharyas. And for a moment it's mentioned that it crossed his mind, I am not able to do this. I will not be able to do this because I'm a sannyasi. I cannot have affectionate children and name them like this. He became very pleased that his disciple had remembered the previous acharyas. Similarly, I think, dear Guru Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada will be so happy that beyond naming many of your disciples as names of previous acharyas, you have also carried out their desires and wish to such a great extent. As we heard, developing Gaurav Mandal Bhumi, developing the Parikrama, developing Namhata, developing Bhakti Vriksha in unlimited preaching, developing Mayapur, and a host of so many different type of services that you can do multitasking simultaneously and attend to so many different services. You also told us yesterday that one should be surrendered to Guru, and that's a very important aspect. We can see that as a very scintillating example you are of being surrendered to Srila Prabhupada's instructions, following his order. His Grace Jananivas Prabhu was recollecting about how his early days here with you, and was talking about how one should hear from a pure devotee like you. And His Grace Shankarshan Prabhu, your dear God brother, was also talking about how you were chanting and dancing in the marketplace along with Achyutananda Swami then. I remember vaguely reading a letter, the contents of which I don't remember verbatim, but I remember reading a letter here in Mayapur of Srila Prabhupada to you, and you had given a report that you were going to the marketplace and chanting Hare Krishna along with one other devotee, and many people were taking notice of it. And then Srila Prabhupada's reply for that was something like this. He said that, yes, you should go on chanting. If people hear the holy name from a pure person like you, they will pave their way back to Godhead. So your pure chanting of the holy name, carrying the Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam, the victory flag of the holy name everywhere, and influencing so many people to chant the holy name because you have great anxiety, like you were mentioning yesterday. Somehow get them to chant. Your relatives, anybody whom you know, your acquaintances. So you're always concerned that people take up this order of Lord Chaitanya and chant his holy names. So on this auspicious day of Vyasa Puja, I like to beg for all the forgiveness for all the offenses that I may have committed, and hearing your petition and plea that you need help for meeting all the different instructions that Srila Prabhupada has given you, which is so numerous and so voluminous. I am always trying to see how I could also be a very small servant and an instrument in helping you to satisfy the mission of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. So, all glories to His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj ki.